In the grand tapestry of life, we meet countless individuals, friends, family, colleagues, and strangers. Each person wears a mask, crafted by society, circumstances, and personal aspirations. But have you ever wondered? Beneath these facades, imagine this: a powerful leader promises fairness but succumbs to arrogance. A humble farmer loses everything yet chooses kindness over bitterness. These moments reveal an ancient truth: a person's character is not hidden in their words but illuminated by their actions and reactions. Zen and Buddhist teachings, rich with timeless wisdom, guide us in uncovering the essence of human nature. They say, observe how someone acts when they have power and how they react in adversity. These two moments strip away all pretenses, laying bare the soul. In this video, we'll delve into these profound teachings, exploring stories of wisdom and lessons from Zen philosophy. We'll uncover how observing power and adversity can reveal true character. And, more importantly, how you can apply these insights to live a life of clarity and compassion. Stay tuned to the end, where we'll not only uncover the secrets of understanding others but also turn the lens inward to discover your true self. Power, often regarded as a tool for achieving great things, is also a profound revealer of one's true character. This concept is encapsulated in the Zen proverb, "Power does not corrupt, it reveals." When people attain power, the constraints that often guide their behavior, societal norms, fear of judgment, and external expectations, fall away. What remains is an unfiltered view of their desires, values, and ethics. Power, therefore, is not inherently corrupting, it is a magnifying glass that exposes the essence of one's being. To understand this principle more deeply, one must first consider the nature of power itself. Power provides freedom, a liberation from the pressures to conform or appease. This freedom can be wielded in two distinct ways. For those with virtuous intentions, power becomes a means to uplift others, to create harmony, and to contribute positively to the world. For others, power is a vehicle for dominance, exploitation, and the pursuit of personal gain. The difference lies not in the power itself but in the character of the person wielding it. Consider the case of Nelson Mandela, a leader whose life stands as a testament to the responsible use of power. After enduring 27 years of imprisonment during apartheid, Mandela emerged as South Africa's first black president. Rather than seeking vengeance for the injustices he faced, Mandela chose the path of reconciliation. He united a divided nation with humility, compassion, and a commitment to justice. His leadership demonstrated that power, when wielded responsibly, could heal wounds and build bridges. His actions revealed a character rooted in empathy and a steadfast commitment to equality. In stark contrast, Adolf Hitler's rise to power in Nazi Germany serves as a cautionary tale of how power can amplify destructive tendencies. Initially presenting himself as a leader committed to national revival, Hitler used his authority to propagate hatred and enforce his totalitarian regime. His true nature, marked by prejudice, a thirst for control, and a lack of moral restraint, was revealed through the policies and actions he implemented. Hitler's example illustrates how power can magnify an individual's darker impulses, leading to devastating consequences. Another striking example of power's revealing nature is Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister of New Zealand. Her leadership during the Christchurch mosque shootings displayed a profound sense of compassion and strength. In the aftermath of the tragedy, Ardern acted decisively to support victims and to implement measures to prevent such events in the future. Her response unified her nation and earned her global admiration. Through her actions, she revealed a character steeped in kindness and responsibility, showcasing how power can be used to foster understanding and solidarity. Conversely, Elizabeth Holmes, the founder of Theranos, demonstrates how power can expose flaws in character. Initially celebrated for her innovation and vision, Holmes's unethical decisions and deceptive practices came to light as her influence grew. Her fall from grace revealed a character driven by greed and dishonesty, underscoring how power can magnify weaknesses and lead to self-destruction. These examples illustrate a profound truth: power is not a corrupter, it is a revealer. It strips away pretense and exposes the underlying values and intentions of the individual. The psychological dynamics of power further highlight this phenomenon. Before acquiring authority, people often wear a mask to conform to societal expectations. Once they gain power, the necessity for this mask diminishes. Their actions become a reflection of their true selves. This principle is not limited to historical figures or public leaders. It applies to all aspects of life, from relationships to workplace dynamics. In moments of authority, whether as a team leader, a parent, or a community organizer, one's actions reveal their core values. Are decisions made with empathy and humility? Or are they guided by ego and self-interest? This question is central to understanding the moral implications of power. The story of two kings in an ancient kingdom serves as a timeless illustration of this concept. The elder brother, when given power, allowed his greed and arrogance to dominate his rule. He imposed heavy taxes, silenced dissent, and surrounded himself with sycophants. Over time, his province descended into chaos, reflecting the flaws in his character. In contrast, the younger brother approached his role with humility and a sense of duty. He listened to his people, valued their input, and governed with fairness. His province flourished, and his subjects remained loyal. This tale underscores that power amplifies one's virtues or vices, ultimately determining their legacy. Power also reveals its bearer's ability to navigate relationships and influence others. A virtuous person uses authority to inspire and uplift, while an individual driven by self-interest seeks to dominate and suppress. This dynamic is evident not only in public figures but also in personal interactions. How one treats subordinates, friends, or family members when holding influence can reveal much about their true nature. Understanding the revealing nature of power is crucial for both evaluating others and reflecting on one's own behavior. It calls for introspection, urging individuals to consider their actions during moments of authority. Are they acting with integrity? Or are they succumbing to selfish desires? The answer to this question shapes not only personal relationships but also the broader impact one has on society. Power is an extraordinary force that brings freedom, responsibility, and revelation. It is neither inherently good nor bad but instead reflects the character of the individual who wields it. Whether it leads to harmony or discord depends entirely on the moral compass of the person in control. By examining historical and personal examples, we see that the test of power is not in its possession but in its use. In moments of authority, individuals have the opportunity to reveal the best, or the worst, of themselves. Adversity serves as a crucible, burning away illusions and revealing the true essence of one's spirit. As the Buddhist wisdom teaches, suffering is the teacher that polishes the soul. In the face of hardship, individuals are often stripped of their facades, exposing their resilience or vulnerability. This process, though painful, becomes a powerful mechanism for self-discovery and growth. It tests character in ways that prosperity cannot, unveiling how people react under pressure and what they truly. Adversity is an inescapable part of life. Whether it manifests as financial ruin, personal loss, or societal challenges, it forces individuals to confront their innermost fears and strengths. Some crumble, succumbing to bitterness and blame, while others rise, showcasing patience, resilience, and grace. These responses are not random, they reflect the depth of one's inner character and spiritual maturity. The manner in which people navigate adversity becomes a mirror, not only for themselves but also for those observing their journey. The merchant's fall and rise. Consider the tale of two successful merchants, both of whom face a devastating financial loss. The first merchant, unable to cope with the sudden change in fortune, descends into anger and blame. He lashes out at his family, alienates his friends, and becomes consumed by his bitterness. Over time, his anger isolates him, and he finds himself adrift, without support or direction. In contrast, the second merchant, though equally heartbroken by his loss, chooses to approach the situation with a calm mind. Acknowledging his pain, he begins to rebuild his life step by step. Despite his challenges, he finds ways to help others who are struggling, offering both financial aid and emotional support. His resilience and generosity earn him the admiration and loyalty of his community. In the end, while the first merchant is trapped by his despair, the second emerges stronger, with a renewed sense of purpose. This story highlights the transformative power of adversity. It is not the hardship itself that defines us but how we choose to respond to it. By observing others in difficult times, we gain insights into their character. The same holds true for self-reflection during our own struggles, challenges or opportunities to grow, to learn, and to become more resilient. Adversity in the lives of public figures, history and contemporary life offer numerous examples of how individuals navigate adversity. Nelson Mandela, for instance, endured nearly 3 decades of imprisonment under apartheid. His suffering could have embittered him, yet he emerged with a vision of reconciliation and peace. Mandela's calm and dignified approach to adversity not only transformed South Africa but also inspired the world. His strength in the face of unimaginable hardship revealed a spirit grounded in forgiveness and unwavering hope. In contrast, consider Napoleon Bonaparte, who rose to great heights as a military and political leader but struggled to accept the limitations of his power. After his defeat at Waterloo, he spent his final years in exile, consumed by regret and bitterness. His response to adversity revealed a man unable to reconcile his ambitions with the realities of his circumstances. While Napoleon's achievements remain remarkable, his inability to face failure with grace dims his legacy. These examples demonstrate that adversity is a defining moment in anyone's life. It is easy to maintain composure when everything is going well. But in the midst of trials, one's true character is laid bare. The spiritual dimension of suffering, from a Buddhist perspective. Suffering is not merely a burden to be endured but a profound teacher. The Buddha himself attained enlightenment after years of extreme hardship, realizing that the path to liberation lay in understanding and transcending suffering. Adversity becomes an opportunity to practice detachment, cultivate inner peace, and develop compassion for others. It is in the fires of difficulty that the soul is polished. Much like how friction smooths a rough stone. For example, in the aftermath of World War II, Viktor Frankl, an Austrian psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, found himself imprisoned in concentration camps. In the face of unimaginable suffering, Frankl observed that those who found meaning in their suffering were more likely to survive. He later wrote Man's Search for Meaning, a testament to the human capacity for resilience and hope. Frankl's experience underscores the Buddhist teaching that suffering, when approached with the right mindset, can lead to profound growth and understanding. Practical insights for facing adversity. Adversity tests not only one's individual resilience but also their relationships and community dynamics. Observing how those around us handle failure can offer valuable lessons. Some people maintain grace and perseverance, while others succumb to negativity and blame. These observations can guide us in choosing role models, building supportive networks, and understanding ourselves more deeply. In personal moments of hardship, it is important to approach challenges with a mindset of growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can this difficulty strengthen my character? Each challenge, no matter how painful, is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. One practical approach is to adopt the Buddhist practice of mindfulness. By staying present in the moment, we can acknowledge our pain without being consumed by it. This allows us to respond to adversity with clarity and intentionality rather than reacting impulsively. Additionally, cultivating gratitude, even in the face of hardship, can shift our perspective. Finding small things to appreciate, even during difficult times, helps build resilience and maintain hope. Adversity and relationships. Adversity not only tests individuals but also the relationships they hold dear. Challenges often expose the strength, or fragility, of these bonds. A true friend or partner offers support and understanding in difficult times, while superficial connections may fade. Similarly, how one treats others during their own struggles reveals much about their character. Do they lash out and place blame? Or do they seek connection and mutual support? Reflecting on personal experiences can provide clarity. Consider the people who stood by you during challenging periods. Their actions are a testament to their loyalty and character. Conversely, think about how you have supported others in their times of need. Have you been a source of comfort and encouragement? Or have you allowed your own struggles to overshadow their pain? Adversity is an opportunity for transformation, ultimately. Adversity is not something to be feared but embraced as an integral part of the human experience. It is through hardship that we grow, learn, and refine our understanding of ourselves and the world. Each challenge presents a choice, to become embittered or to rise stronger and wiser. By choosing the latter, we not only navigate life's difficulties more effectively but also inspire those around us. In summary, adversity is a profound teacher, capable of revealing the true essence of our character. It strips away illusions, tests our resilience, and offers opportunities for growth and transformation. Whether faced by historical figures, spiritual leaders, or everyday individuals, adversity challenges us to rise above circumstances and embody patience, strength, and grace. As the Buddhist wisdom reminds us, suffering is not an end but a means to polish the soul, allowing us to emerge as our truest and most resilient selves. Observation without judgment. Zen teachings offer profound insights into the art of observation. At the core of these teachings is the practice of seeing life as it is, without the filters of attachment or judgment. This approach allows us to view people and situations with clarity, fostering deeper understanding and compassion. By observing without immediately labeling or reacting, we develop the ability to navigate relationships and challenges with wisdom and grace. The Zen Master and the River. A Zen master once gathered his disciples by a tranquil river to impart a lesson on observation. He asked them to sit quietly and watch the water flow over rocks and obstacles. After a while, the master spoke, "Do you see how the river flows effortlessly around the rocks? It does not judge them or attempt to change them. It simply moves along its path, finding a way forward." In life, we must strive to be like the river, observing without judgment, flowing around the obstacles we encounter without clinging to resentment or frustration. This teaching resonated deeply with the disciples. It illustrated the importance of approaching life's complexities with openness. By observing without attaching labels like good or bad, we allow ourselves to see the full picture, unclouded by preconceived notions or biases. The river became a metaphor for a life lived in harmony, guided by understanding rather than judgment. The practice of observing others, applying this principle in our interactions with others, can transform how we perceive and respond to their actions. Consider a scenario in which someone disappoints us. Our instinct might be to judge them harshly, labeling them as unreliable or uncaring. But what if, instead of reacting, we paused to observe? What if we asked ourselves, what does this reveal about them? For example, imagine a colleague consistently misses deadlines. Instead of immediately criticizing their work ethic, we could take a step back and observe their behavior more holistically. Are they struggling with personal challenges? Do they lack the necessary resources or support? By seeking to understand rather than judge, we gain insight into the root of their actions. This shift in perspective not only deepens our understanding but also opens the door to offering constructive help or setting appropriate boundaries without hostility. A lesson from nature. Nature often serves as a powerful teacher in Zen philosophy. Just as the river flows without judgment, so too do other elements of nature function without preconceived notions. The sun shines on all equally, without distinguishing between the deserving and the undeserving. A tree provides shade without questioning the intentions of those who rest beneath it. These examples remind us that judgment is a human construct, one that often clouds our perception and hinders our ability to connect with others authentically. Observation in relationships. In personal relationships, practicing observation without judgment can lead to healthier and more fulfilling connections. When conflicts arise, our natural reaction is often to defend our position and assign blame to the other person. However, this approach rarely resolves the underlying issue. Instead, if we observe the situation calmly, we might uncover valuable insights about ourselves and our partner. For instance, if a loved one reacts angrily during a disagreement, our initial impulse might be to label them as unreasonable. But by pausing to observe their emotional state, we might recognize signs of stress, fear, or unresolved pain. This understanding can guide us to respond with empathy rather than escalating the conflict. Similarly, by observing our own reactions without judgment, we can identify patterns in our behavior. Do we become defensive too quickly? Are we holding on to past grievances that color our perspective? This self-awareness is the first step toward personal growth and improved relationships. Observing without attachment. Observation without judgment also requires detachment from outcomes. This does not mean apathy but rather a willingness to accept situations as they are. In Zen teachings, Attachment is seen as a source of suffering because it binds us to expectations and desires. When we let go of the need for things to align with our preferences, we free ourselves to see reality more clearly. For example, in the workplace, a manager might feel frustrated by an employee's lack of initiative. By observing without attachment, the manager can evaluate the situation objectively. Is the employee's behavior a result of poor communication, lack of training, or a deeper issue? This clarity allows the manager to address the problem effectively rather than being mired in frustration. Practical application in daily life. The practice of observing without judgment is not limited to significant challenges, it can be applied in everyday interactions. When someone cuts us off in traffic, instead of reacting angrily, we can observe the situation calmly. Perhaps they are in a rush due to an emergency. This shift in perspective reduces stress and fosters a more compassionate outlook. The next time someone disappoints you, take a moment to reflect before responding. Ask yourself, what does their behavior reveal about them? Is their action a reflection of malice? Or could it stem from fear, insecurity, or misunderstanding? How can I respond in a way that aligns with my values and promotes understanding? This approach not only diffuses tension but also helps build stronger, more meaningful connections. Observation without judgment as a path to compassion. When we practice observing without judgment, we cultivate compassion, not just for others but also for ourselves. Recognizing that everyone is on their own journey, with their own struggles and limitations, fosters a sense of shared humanity. This understanding allows us to extend grace to those who fall short of our expectations and to ourselves when we do the same. The Zen master's lesson of the river serves as a constant reminder of this principle. Just as the river finds its path without resistance or condemnation, so too can we navigate life's complexities with wisdom and compassion. By observing without judgment, we create space for growth, understanding, and the possibility of transformation, for ourselves and for those around us. Protecting your peace in life. Protecting your peace is essential for maintaining emotional and mental well-being. The Zen parable of the sparrow and the eagle illustrates this wisdom. While the eagle soars high, powerful and proud, the sparrow focuses on building its nest where the eagle cannot reach, ensuring its safety and tranquility. This story teaches us to prioritize environments and relationships that nurture our inner balance rather than striving to compete or control others. Recognizing toxic influences, to protect your peace. Identify the people or situations that drain your energy or harm your mental state. These might be toxic relationships, high-stress environments, or even self-destructive habits. Awareness of these sources is the first step toward reclaiming your serenity. Setting boundaries. Boundaries are vital in safeguarding your peace. Politely but firmly limit interactions with those who perpetuate negativity. Learn to say no to situations that overwhelm or distract you from your priorities. Boundaries are not acts of selfishness but tools for maintaining balance and self-respect. Cultivating positive relationships. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift and inspire you. Just as the sparrow chooses safety over rivalry. Nurture connections that encourage growth, understanding, and joy. Let go of toxic ties, and focus on those who add value to your life. Building inner peace. True peace comes from within. Engage in mindfulness practices like meditation or journaling to develop resilience and self-awareness. Gratitude and reflection help maintain perspective, even during challenging times. Letting go of control. Accept that you cannot control everything. Focus on what is within your power, your thoughts, actions, And decisions? Let go of the need to change others or external circumstances and prioritize your response to them. Choosing compassion for yourself and others is essential in protecting your peace. Understand that everyone is on their own journey, filled with struggles. Approach conflicts or challenges with empathy, not judgment, while maintaining your boundaries. The sparrow's wisdom lies in its choice to seek safety and peace over pride or rivalry. Similarly, you can create your sanctuary of calm by making thoughtful decisions about where and with whom you invest your energy. Protecting your peace is not a passive act, it's an empowering choice that shapes a life of harmony and fulfillment. Applying the teachings in daily life, the wisdom of observing character through power and adversity is deeply practical, offering guidance for every aspect of life. By integrating these teachings into our daily interactions, we can foster healthier relationships, navigate workplace dynamics with clarity, and grow as individuals in relationships. Building meaningful and supportive relationships begins with discernment. Seek connections with people whose actions reflect kindness when they hold power and resilience when they face adversity. These qualities reveal a depth of character and a foundation of trustworthiness. Conversely, let go of relationships that drain your energy or compromise your peace. Toxic relationships often expose themselves through patterns of exploitation or negativity. Protect your emotional well-being by setting boundaries and prioritizing bonds that nurture mutual growth and respect. At work, the workplace offers a constant stage to observe how people wield authority and respond to stress. Pay attention to how colleagues or leaders handle power. Do they inspire trust? Or do they exploit their positions? Similarly, notice how they react under pressure. These observations can guide you in choosing mentors, collaborators, or even allies in challenging situations. Strive to be a leader who embodies the virtues of trust and compassion. Leadership is not just about achieving results but fostering an environment where others feel valued and supported. In moments of stress, remain calm and focused, setting an example of resilience for those around you. In personal growth, perhaps the most profound application of these teachings is in self-reflection. Ask yourself, how do I act when I hold power? Do my decisions uplift others? Or are they driven by ego? Similarly, consider your reactions to adversity. Do you crumble under pressure? Or do you face challenges with patience and grace? Commit to embodying kindness and resilience in your life. By aligning your actions with these principles, you not only improve your relationships and work life but also cultivate inner peace. Growth is a continuous process, and every moment offers a chance to refine your character. Integrating the wisdom of power and adversity into daily life fosters a balanced, fulfilling existence. Whether in relationships, the workplace, or personal development, these teachings provide a compass for navigating life with clarity and purpose. By striving to understand others and ourselves, we unlock the potential to lead lives of greater harmony and authenticity. Reflecting on the journey, the teachings of Zen and Buddhism offer profound insight into understanding both others and ourselves. They teach us that true character is not revealed in words but in our actions, especially when we hold power or face adversity. By observing how people handle these moments, we can navigate our relationships wisely. And by reflecting on how we ourselves respond in similar situations, we grow closer to wisdom and enlightenment. Final story: the traveler, having journeyed far and learned much, now stands as a master. One day, a young seeker approaches him, eager for guidance. The master shares a final piece of wisdom: do not stop at understanding others. Turn the lens inward. In discovering your true self, you will find the peace you seek. The traveler's message is clear: true understanding comes not only from observing the behavior of others but from introspection and self-awareness. Our external world is often a reflection of our internal state. The way we perceive others and their actions mirrors the qualities we nurture within ourselves. To grow in wisdom, we must begin with ourselves, shaping our character to reflect the peace and virtues we seek in others. Life is a mirror, reflecting back to us the energy we project. The characters we observe in others often serve as a reflection of what we have cultivated within. This realization is a call to action: how we treat others, how we respond to power, and how we deal with adversity all define who we are. As you move forward in your own journey, take time to reflect on these teachings. Consider your actions and reactions, and ask yourself, when you have power, do you use it to uplift, or does it reveal your true nature? When faced with adversity, do you rise with resilience or fall into bitterness? These moments shape your character and determine the peace you seek. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on my channel to stay updated with more content like this. Click the subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any updates. Also, feel free to leave a comment.